Ali Khamenei behaves like ISIS. I want the US government to take action against him. And I really believe this is the message of millions of people inside Iran.
Well, I'm now joined by the Iranian-American activist, Masih Alinejad, who we speak to from outside a courtroom in New York. Masih, welcome back to Uncensored.
Thank you so much, Piers, for having me.
Well, I can't think of many more important or vital people to have on the show at this particular moment. But just for those who aren't aware of what's going on in New York, why are you outside a courtroom there?
I have just faced one of my would-be assassins. He was hired by the Islamic Republic to kill me at Fairfield University, where I was scheduled to give a talk. Carl Rivera. He is a convicted murderer. He killed someone here in America. But the Islamic Republic Revolutionary Guards, Farhad Shakeri, operative from IRGC, who was in prison in America, found him, so ordered him to kill me. And Farhad Shakeri is the mastermind behind another assassination plot against President Trump. You know, when I've seen him in the court, I felt disgusted. Like, it was disgusting to see him just accepting money, because of money, being hired by one of the most dangerous terrorist organization, IRGC, to kill me on US soil. And I told him on his face that the same people that you accepted money are now massacring my people in Iran. Up to 40,000 people. I told him, and I said the prosecutor in the court as well, I said, I don't have anything else to say to this convicted murderer. I want to talk directly to Ali Khamenei and IRGC, who ordered my killing and who is actually ordering the massacre inside Iran.
And what is your message to the Supreme Leader?
To be honest, I don't have a message for him. I want the US government to take action against him. This is what I said here. And I really believe this is the message of millions of people inside Iran. Piers, I have seen my would-be assassin in front of my eyes in my garden with AK-47. If it was not the US law enforcement protecting me, I could have been dead. Of course, I want the same protection for unarmed Iranians right now. That's why I don't have any message to a killer who literally ordering massacre. He doesn't understand the language of diplomacy. He doesn't understand his language to talk to me and Iranians are AK-47, guns and bullets, military weapons, raping women. They storm into hospitals right now that I'm talking to you, finishing up the wounded one, and also arresting the doctors and nurses who help the wounded one, and making sure that they can kill everyone who speak up. That's why they don't understand my language, and I don't have any message for Ali Khamenei. Ali Khamenei behaves like ISIS. To me and millions of Iranians, to me and millions of people in Syria, in Iraq, in the Middle East, even in Palestine, who believe that Ali Khamenei is the greatest sponsor of Hamas, and Hamas is the one ruining the life of innocent Palestinians, all of us in the Middle East, we need to see that Ali Khamenei being removed, because he is the root cause of all the chaos, mayhem, and endless war taking in the region, not just in the region. Maduro was not alone. Ali Khamenei invaded, and his Revolutionary Guards and Hezbollah, they invaded Venezuela. Ali Khamenei is the one sending a drone to kill innocent Ukrainians. So basically, when they don't understand the language of diplomacy, when their language is military weapons, then they should be removed. They should be taking out, the US government and the leaders of G7, other free world, when I ask them to take actions, military, targeted military action against the killers, because I believe that this is not just a charity thing to the people of Iran. It's their duty to stop massacre and to stop the terrorist regime in Iran.
President Trump has put out a statement today threatening the Iranian regime and the Ayatollah with war, effectively. He said he's sending the Armada, as he put it, over there, the one that was sent to Venezuela when Maduro was taken out. What would you like to see happen here? Would you like to see the United States militarily attack Iran?
You know, when you say Iran, it breaks my heart. Iran is my beloved country. Iran is a country that we love it. I have family there. Iran is being invaded by Islamic Republic. So let's make it very clear. I don't want Iran and Iranians to be killed, or I don't want any bomb to Iranians. And that's what the West get it wrong. When I say targeted military action, some in the West immediately jump into Iraq or Libya or Afghanistan. But this is not the full history and not the honest one. We have different examples. Let me just give it to you. In Gambia, when dictator refused to step down from power after losing an election, what helped them, the people in Gambia, to have a transition from dictatorship to democracy? Targeted, calculated military action. In Bosnia, the world waited too long until the massacre was unfolded in the country. And then military, targeted action stopped the massacre. Maybe peace was not perfect, but that stopped the massacre. In Kosovo, the same. Only diplomatic pressure and also targeted military action stopped the humanitarian catastrophe. This is the same in Iran. We don't want the U.S. government, the U.S. tanks or soldiers walking in the street. We're not talking about chaos or occupation. We're not talking about intervention. We're talking about targeted, calculated action against the terrorists that turn their military weapons into an instrument of mass killings and massacre. That's not me saying that. Iranians, I'm in touch with them every day, Piers. I'm talking to them. They say that there's only one option. Otherwise, the regime in Iran will turn the mass arrest to mass executions.
And finally, Masih, you have astounding courage. You're a very heroic figure to many millions of Iranians. And you keep coming out, talking out publicly, even in front of a courtroom where somebody is in there right now who was trying to murder you. And I salute you for that courage. Do you believe, as some people do, increasing number do, that the Iranian regime and the supreme leader, the Ayatollah, that they are on the verge of potentially being toppled? Or do you fear it's just another uprising that they have violently quashed and that it will come to nothing?
That's a very good question, but let me add something to your beautiful words to me, myself. I am pleased that you call me a brave or courageous woman. But if you see that I am brave here in America, then see millions of unarmed women and men shoulder to shoulder. They are my heroes. They are the heroes of millions of people across the globe. Because with empty hand, they're not just fighting for Iran. They're not just trying to free Iran. They're protecting the U.S. national security, the U.S. Security as well, the global security. Their terrorists, the Iranian regime's terrorists, are walking freely in your country, in the UK. They are braver than the UK Prime Minister. Believe me. Because the UK Prime Minister, President Macron, leaders of G7, they're sitting on their sofa and saying that we're watching the situation. They condemn that. They say, we stand with the people of Iran. Enough of standing with the people of Iran. We don't want you to stand with us. We want you to sit down, all of you, to make concrete decision to end terrorism. That's what we want. So back to your question. This is the Berlin Wall moment for Iranians. But let's be honest. When East Germany managed to bring the wall of dictators down, they were not alone. The whole world were united. The whole world. So that time America took the lead. I'm not saying that President Trump is another President Reagan. Whether you like Trump or not, but he knows the language of dictators right now. Some people in the West are busy criticizing Trump for saying that America is locked and loaded to target Ali Khamenei and his gang of killers. And some are actually busy to criticize him for not taking actions. They're lost. Left and liberal are sympathizing with the Islamic Republic. They're actually mocking us. They're mocking us. They're calling that this is an external regime change being imposed to Iranians by President Trump and Netanyahu. We have agency. Iranians took to the streets 6 times after the Islamic Revolution occupied Iran. 6 times, and they made it clear they want to change this regime. This is an insult to a nation and their agency. So when the world, I'm talking about left and liberal, they're sympathizing by Hamas, with Hezbollah, with Houthi, with the Islamic Republic mullahs, and they keep quiet. All of them. All of them. Where is Michelle Obama? Where is Barack Obama? Where is Oprah, Hillary Clinton, all those celebrities, AOC, Ilhan Omar? But at the same time, MAGA people, make America great. They say that it's all about America, America first. And I want to tell them, for the Ayatollahs, America is first too. The first target to destruction, the first target that they want to destroy is America. When they say death to America, they mean it. So my people are sacrificing their life to protect global security, to protect America, to protect the UK from one of the most dangerous cancer, which is called the Islamic Republic. So your question, are they going to win with empty hand? Let's be very honest. We need to get the leaders of G7 to be as brave as Iranians and help us to end this regime. We need the US government to stick with its promises to end this regime. Otherwise, look, I have no fear. My people have no fear. They say goodbye to their parents and they go to the street. I don't know even what happens to my brother and my family when I talk to you. I have seen my would-be assassin 3 times in here, in America. But I'm not scared. But this is a humiliation to the free world. This is scary that how the regime in Iran challenging US national security 3 times. Challenging the UK government on UK soil many times, and still you allowing the Islamic Republic diplomats and their relative, the children of the Ayatollahs who chant death to America, death to Israel, death to the whole world, walking freely in America, in the UK, in everywhere. So be brave as the people of Iran. Kick out the Islamic Republic Ayatollahs, the Revolutionary Guards members, their diplomats, shut down their embassy, and help the people of Iran to get rid of Islamic Republic. That's how we can say, yes, this is the end of the regime. Sooner or later, we will get rid of the Islamic Republic, but the history will judge Prime Minister of the UK, President Macron, German Chancellor, all the G7 leaders who still hesitate to designate Revolutionary Guards as a terrorist organization. Shame on them.
Masih Alinejad, it's always very powerful to talk to you, and never more so than right now. Thank you very much for taking the time to come back on Uncensored.
Thank you so much for having me and giving voice to millions of Iranians right now who are facing massacre, Piers Morgan. Thank you so much.
Well, you're the one giving them the voice, and it's a powerful voice, and I salute your courage. I really do. Best of luck to you.
Promise me you're not going to give the platform to Marandi and other. They have enough platform inside Iran. They don't deserve to enjoy the privilege of freedom of speech when they put the whole country in absolute darkness, digital blackout. Kick them out. Believe me. If you say that this is freedom of speech, we want to hear what they say, we want to learn what they believe, but you don't need to, because we know that.
No, I do think, Professor,
and we know what.
I do think I think Morandi's a propagandist for the regime, and I can't imagine I'll be having him back anytime soon. Yeah.
Kick him out. My heart aches when I see that these fucking killers come to your show.
Yeah, he just comes on
Thank
lies.
you.
I know. It's great to talk to you. I really do mean it when I say best of luck to you. Your life's always in danger. It's incredibly courageous what you do, but it's so important too. So I really wish you all the very best, and come back on soon.